Students are changing. Kids are changing and our world is changing, and our education looks the same as it did 50, 75 years ago.
Our world is moving so fast. So much learning is happening in 2D. It's happening on a screen, and what that means is those core skills that actually create empathy and to learn how to be creative and come up with ideas are not being formed. And I don't think we know actually what will come of that yet because it's happening so fast. Every bit of research tells us one of the most important things for the developing brain is for them to really think deeply and think critically.
Skola was founded on the belief that strong academic skills coupled with a love of nature, a love of community, a love of self together can really help kids to be competent and confident learners.
The Skola is an independent, nature-based school. It goes preschool through 5th grade.
I love how we get to be outside and how we learn math and literacy and all our subjects. I like how everything's tied together into one. Something about school is that I just really love being an owl, and I like having time to be with my teacher and having free play and learning new things, like how do I do this, how do I do that? This is the way you do it, and that's just really nice to learn that.
Well, at the school, everyone's really kind, so like as soon as you come, within at least 1 or 2 weeks, you at least have like 2 or 3 friends.
Hi. One other thing that's... We have a windmill, a spider, scissors.
We are incredibly fortunate that we have this 10-acre campus just outside of Whitefish that was actually gifted to us by a donor. If you were to walk around campus, you would start out seeing the fox forest. You would see a big sign with a big fox on it, and you would walk in and your imagination would explode. Because in the fox forest, imagination is truly the foundation of everything. As you continue to walk through our campus, you come to the Lark building. And so this is where our 1st through 4th graders have their classrooms. This is a time where their core academics happen, their explicit teaching around math, explicit teaching around literacy, that all happens within the classroom where they can really dive deep. The Owl Burrow is for our kindergartners. The kindergarten year is such a magical year that we decided to try to give them really their own space.
My teacher is Miss Adriana. What? I Miss Adriana.
I am Miss Adriana. I teach the Owls, and the Owls are our kindergarten class. Definitely notice a shift in kindergarten, where they come in, many not knowing much at all, and to see them become empowered by their learning, now being able to read in the classroom, in the stories that we read together, but then go home and read signs on the road or menus at their favorite restaurant now, and to see them come back to school wanting to learn more words and more letters and understand what the things in the world that they see mean is very, very exciting.
We believe that so much learning can happen outside. We know that there's tons of research around nature and how nature helps people self-regulate. And we know that many schools are having a hard time with kids being regulated. And so we really believe that being outside in nature, having authentic learning opportunities, allows kids to bring so much curiosity and to allow them to experience that wonder.
We have something that we do called sit spots.
You'll find a spot that feels like it's like a meaningful place to you in a nature reserve. A sit spot is like a place where you find something in the forest, and then we find a spot, and then we tie a feather, and then that's our sit spot. and you sit down there and that's where you sit. I feel calm and I feel the breeze and I feel the nature around me. And it does really calm things to me and I just feel really calm.
Yeah. 55 Fahrenheit.
In order to wonder something big, you have to have the language to wonder that. And so we teach through direct instruction, foundational math, they learn phonics, they learn the structure of writing, they learn different grammar skills and oral language skills, they learn science and social studies content. And then we have these beautiful projects where they take that knowledge and take those skills and they apply them in very hands-on experiential ways.
Our last project was the case of Clearbrook's water.
We were doing an entire trial about who polluted the water.
We got to perform it in a real courtroom at the Flathead County Court and with a real judge, which made me feel pretty special.
I was representing the railroad, and it meant that I had to protect the railroad, saying it's not the railroad.
I loved my job because I got to organize everything, and I had a great team. That was one of my favorite projects.
We thought it was the golf course, so we were blaming the golf course. I learned at the end that actually everyone was responsible for everything, all the pollution.
There are these core skills that we feel are really important for kids to learn, and some of them are survival skills, nature-based skills, and foundational skills that we think just bring competence and confidence to kids as they grow, and we didn't want to lose that. So we created something called guilds. An example of guilds would be our baking guild. This is a time where kids can learn the science behind making bread in all sorts of different ways, as well as how to bring math into their day in a beautiful kitchen that we have on this campus. Another guild might be a nature guild or a fire guild. So this is where they're learning fire safety, the importance of fire, the difference between where fire can be harmful versus where it can be helpful, where they can not only learn how to build a fire on their own, but also how to care safely for a fire and then begin to teach that to younger kids.
This is my tending stick. You guys have a tending stick? Nope.
So Skola is a combination of all the three things that I love the most, my three passions, which is art, painting, and nature. I get to combine here with the joy and the enthusiasm of these wonderful young artists. I really love a more cross-curricular approach to art, where if a teacher's working on a specific project that lends itself really well to art, then I want to jump in and help support that. I love doing that with music teachers and with science and actually with math and with English, writing, poetry. So many of those other subjects have a visual component. And so for me, it's the fun challenge of how can we do that? How can we support that in a visual way?
We also have a Peace Table Resilience Zone, and a resilience zone is this yellow line where you're feeling okay and you can be this is where I am on the zone right now, and you might be high in the high zone when you're if you're frustrated, and then at 5 minutes later you might be a little lower. When you're in the resilience zone, it means you can do hard things.
There's been such a huge amount of focus on the social emotional learning. This group of kids, they've created this very special place among each other. Their conflict resolution is incredible. The way that they speak about their emotions, the way they hold each other up and inspire each other and encourage each other. I'm gonna tear up talking about it because it's just so special. It's just so different.
We believe so strongly in this way of educating. We really want all kids to be able to come to this school. We want to have equal access for any family that wants to come. And with that, right now, we have over half of our kids on some form of scholarship here. We hope to continue that. That's something that we never want to change. If anything, we would love to expand that. With this incredible campus, we also had to get a new septic. We had to expand our well. We had to expand our driveway to meet all of the needs of the city. And so there were a lot of costs that came with that. And with everything we were doing and everything we were given, it felt like a risk worth taking. And that comes with costs. It comes with the need to fundraise, and it comes with the need to ask, because if we can get that foundation of this campus, if we can really solidify this campus, then it feels like we're here for the long haul. It feels like we can really take our education and know that our campus and our location is solidified so that we can actually expand on our learning with a little bit less focus on, are we even going to be able to keep this campus if we can't get the infrastructure in place that's required? We really want to deepen what we're doing. We know that what we're doing is research-based, and we know that it's working. We see how excited kids are, and we see their learning growing quickly. And with that, we want to make sure that we're doing it in a methodical way where we know that when we're reflecting on our projects, we're expanding their learning as much as we can. And beyond that, we really are a community school, and we want to make sure that as we're deepening that learning and as we're really thinking through our curriculum, that we also are thinking about how we can very authentically bring it into the community.